There's one other thing that I want to talk about, and this is with Dr. Fauci. We see the absurdity around us in so many ways. It's manifested not only in our political system, but it's manifesting in COVID-19. And I know that that is the understatement of the year. We talk about COVID-19 every single day, but it is a reality that is being exacerbated by the political decisions and by the media. The media who are doing everything they possibly can to undermine, particularly conservative media, specifically Fox News, doing literally everything they possibly can to undermine our vaccination rates. Even undermining our ability to social distance and wear a mask. Everything has become anathema to them. Anything that would protect us from COVID-19 has become something that they oppose. And in this next clip, it's from Fox News. And Fox News, their pundit, is attacking Anthony Fauci. Now, this does not mean that Anthony Fauci is above reproach. But folks, come on. Fox News versus Anthony Fauci. Let's take a look at that clip.
To tell me that it's not safe to visit your family for Christmas, to say that now in October, indicates this isn't really about public health at this point. Now we're talking about taking total control. And that's the scary part here. You don't get to decide whether or not I'm going to see my family or friends for any holiday.
If I could just have last Christmas back, I would have seen my dad before he passed on Christmas morning. I'm not taking anybody's word for it. We can all do our parts to keep ourselves safe.
Fauci there, the Constitution matters the most in times of emergency and crisis because that's when the foundation of our country's documents matter the absolute most. And the idea that he's trying to argue to us that we can't celebrate Christmas together, and now he's saying, oh, I didn't say that, but you did say it on CBS. We all heard it. And this is just continuing the madness. And I legitimately wonder, Sean and Kaylee, how many people are listening to Fauci for any element of their life advice of this at this point who still have a functional brain? We had a normal Christmas in my house last year. I've got young kids. Their grandparents didn't want to worry about not seeing them around the Christmas tree. And the idea that there's anybody out there listening to Fauci now about Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's pure unadulterated madness. He needs to resign. Nobody listens to him anymore. He's an embarrassment, and his advice has become all a bunch of crap.
DJ Exclusive, how you doing, man?
I'm here, brother. This old age is catching up to me.
You look like when we came back from that clip, you look like I ain't got time for this morning. I ain't got time for this foolishness this morning because Dr. Fauci didn't say nothing about there's no attack on Christmas, man. And that's what they're gearing up for here. Every year about this time, they come up with something to say that there's an attack on Christmas. Here is what Dr. Fauci actually said on CBS, and then he later repeated on CNN.
Gather for Christmas, or it's just too soon to tell?
Just too soon to tell. We've just got to concentrating on continuing to get those numbers down and not try to jump ahead by weeks or months.
I was asked to predict what the state of the pandemic would be when we get to December. And my response was, that's really dependent on us. It's difficult to predict, but the one thing we do have within our power to do is to make sure that there are less and less cases, and that diminishing slope that's going down continues to go down. And the way we can do that is by getting more and more people vaccinated. That was the point that I was making, not that you're not going to be able to spend Christmas with your family. I certainly am, that's for sure.
Dr. Fauci ain't got time for this no more.
I'm sorry. That just took me off guard. It just ended right there. It's like, I'm not saying that you won't be able to. I am. Girl, I'm vaccinated. That's what he said, basically.
Exactly. He said he's going to spend time with his family at Christmas because he knows everybody that's there going to be vaccinated. And nowhere in either one of those clips from CBS. And I know, here's the thing. Pointing out this is something my dear friend Michael Brooks taught me. He said pointing out the hypocrisy is actually wasting your time because they know they're being hypocritical. Fox News knows that they're lying. They're being scripted to lie. They're all running. They're actors. Fox News are literally actors who read their scripts every single morning. They don't mean a single thing that they say, so they know that they're lying. The question is the problem is that here's one of the top voices in this pandemic having to respond to an entire media outlet because they decided to just twist his words, didn't give a damn that they were lying, and they just misrepresented it. And here's the thing. It's not that doesn't happen every day. It does. It's the fact that they're doing it with the pandemic and people are dying. Jay.
Absolutely right. You're right, Ben. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it. I'm wondering, like, and I probably already know the answer. He's probably gone through more during this pandemic than he was during the AIDS crisis pandemic going back then. So I know this man has to be tired, y'all. I know this man is tired, but he is still fighting. This man has been fighting for years.
That's right.
For years. But it's just crazy that they'll try to flip this stuff. And like you said, it happens every holiday season. What they'll try to do is pull on the heartstrings, is because now they're going to cancel Christmas. There's going to be no Thanksgiving. There's going to be no Halloween because Dr. Fauci says you won't be able to spend Christmas with your family because you're not vaccinated. She didn't say any of that at all. So it's just crazy that they just pick the holidays, and that's when they start doing all of this stuff to try to start swaying this vote and doing all this other stuff. So, but I digress.